Hey everyone, so tonight I decided to make chicken and rice, and I used the split chicken breast with the rib bone just because I know it gives it more flavor and it's more juicy. So I just put it in enough water to cover all the chicken, and I do season my water with about a tablespoon of um, garlic salt, excuse me, and I also put about a teaspoon of this holy garlic, and I put about a teaspoon of paprika as well. Everybody had been feeling kind of sick this week, so I went ahead and, since it's cold weather as well, made some soup and thought it would be a good idea since, everybody wasn't feeling good. Anywho, so I also put about a handful of garlic and about a tablespoon of this chicken bouillon into just the broth portion of it, because you're going to end up using this broth for your soup and everything, and you want it to have some good flavor. There goes a handful of garlic. Excuse me. And so I'm going to let this simmer for probably a good 30-40 minutes. And while that was going, I went ahead and cut up all these vegetables. I used some onions, zucchini, squash, mushrooms, and some carrots. And you don't have to use those same vegetables. Say you don't like zucchini and squash, you could just use carrots and onions or celery. I'm not a big celery eater, so I don't usually cook with it. So anyway, so this portion you can do any vegetables you want, and you want to kind of leave them a little chunky, especially like your onions and your vegetables that get soft quicker. The ones that don't get take a little longer to cook, like your carrots, you want to cut them into smaller pieces, as I am doing right here, because they are baby carrots, but I did cut them in halves. So, and like I said, these vegetables, I wanted them a little more chunkier because they tend to disintegrate once they've been sitting in broth for a while. So I left them chunky so that way they can, maintain their structure and be, you could taste them. Anywho, so I used about 2 big ones on each of these, and that chicken was probably a good 6 or 7 pounds of chicken. So again, I cook for a big family, but when I do the ingredients in the description and stuff, I will put the correct measurements, like if you're just doing it for 1 or 2 people, or even a family of 4. So there's the chicken. I went ahead and took it out. I'm smushing all the garlic so it can get into that water and everything. And I do not recommend you put your vegetables in the broth like I'm doing. I had to do that because the colander was so full I couldn't dump it in there because it would have just went everywhere. So there I am finally dumping all the vegetables in there. And I'm going to turn that down to a simmer to just let that cook for a little bit longer. I threw in some rice. As I said, it's chicken and rice soup, and just mixed it, gave it a good little mix, and I did add about 2 tablespoons of the tomato bouillon and 2 tablespoons of more chicken bouillon, again to flavor the broth and get it all well seasoned. And of course you can use different seasonings. These are just the ones I use. You can add different ones to your liking. If you want it a little spicy, say, you can add some spicy stuff to it. I'm just not a spicy person. So I already shredded up the chicken and I put all the chicken in there, and now I'm just waiting for the rice to get done. I did add a can of fire roasted tomatoes as well. Forgot about that. All right, so here it is. This is what it looks like once it was all done. Everything looks well incorporated, and oh my God, it was delicious. As I said, I'm going to put all the ingredients in the description and the directions in my YouTube channel. So I hope you watch and I hope you make it. Thanks for watching, guys.